What?
What are you doing here today?
We're going to help this young lady get her horse in the trailer. She has her sunscreen on now. So now I feel better because I got to laugh at her because she laughed at me about my collar. Okay. There's no doubt, you know, he's extremely tight in the body. So we're going to start out, you know, there's when a horse is tight and he still hasn't really got comfortable with me yet. He's definitely showing some fear, some anxiety, and which is, you know, he is blinking a lot, but that's about the most. He's not throwing his tail around or anything, but you know, he's not comfortable. So we got to get him comfortable. We're going to get him flexible, and you know, when horses like this too, they definitely, well, a horse is not supposed to be able to I guess you could say control their adrenaline. So when the adrenaline gets up, they really don't know how to bring it back down because their instinct tells them, hey, you got to keep this adrenaline up until you're safe. So now he's starting to kind of loosen up a little bit. Always showing off in front of the camera, one or the other. So that was a good, you know, that was a good sign right there. He's starting to calm down. But so these exercises we're fixing to do is going to help you. It's going to help your confidence. It's going to help him. You know, I don't know, y'all probably got a good relationship, but probably most of his trust with you is just mainly on the ground. When you get in the saddle, you know, it's another different area. But we're gonna work on getting him to trust easier and to learn how to bring that adrenaline down. Let's get I don't really want to do these exercises right by the trailer. Let's get right over here. No, it's fine. No, it's fine. I just want to make his work area that we're going to do out here and not up there, because we want him to go in the trailer. Okay.
That's opposite of what I've been doing.
Oh, really?
So kind of what I was reading is that I make him work until he knows that's his one spot he can rest.
Well, yeah, that's right.
But I've been like lunging him behind the trailer.
Yeah.
And then once he kind of sniffs it and stuff, I let him relax.
Yeah, you want to do that out here.
Okay.
And now, you know, we're gonna get it just depends on him, but you know, we may do these exercises and he may not be much of a challenge at all to get in there, because the way we do our groundwork, it's going to be similar to some of the things that you've seen, but our focus is building trust. Once we get this horse to trusting us, he'll climb on top of the trailer if you want him to. So, you know, and that's what I want you to learn. We're going to build a lot of trust in him today, but you got to work with him tomorrow too, and the next day. And we'll talk more about that later. I'll give you a plan to do from here another 7 days to 30 days. But waiting on our communication from our seat and our legs to say, hey, what do you want me to do? You know, what do you want me to do today? And so that's what we're going to do. And if our mindset is, and our outcome at the start is that in each one of these exercises we're working to build trust. We're not working to get perfection or anything like that right now. We're just working on trust. So, you know, he's kind of uncertain about everything. He's definitely not moving. He says, I'm going to stay right here. If I move, I might have to do something. And so I think what I want to start with, this is what we're going to do. There's 5 parts of the body I like to work. And because these 5 parts is where you get your resistance. When you have a lot of resistance, say in the shoulders, then this is where you're going to have a lot of problems come up right here. You know, usually it's the shoulders and the hindquarters. You're going to have a lot of resistance, and it's going to cause some problems. So I'm going to start with the back up. I usually start with the back up or the hindquarters, but that's usually with horses that can't stand still. You know, they're just wanting to move, and we need to get their attention pretty quick. Getting his attention right now is really not a problem, but his attention is more like, okay, I'm going to stay here. I don't know this guy. If I just stand still, maybe he'll go back to Arkansas. Okay? So we're gonna I'm gonna build some, I want to kind of go, I'm building trust, but I also want to build a little bit of leadership starting out. Okay? Alright, now you've done some groundwork. Okay, good. You could see it was really hard for him to move out of that spot, and now he's kind of looking around like, boy, I might have to run here in a minute. So we backed him out. I let him know, hey, I needed you over there. I don't need you, here right now. But you can trust me. I'm not going to back you into something that's going to hurt you. I'm going to take care of you. So we'll ask him again. See how really stiff he is right here? Okay, that's our number 1 area that we're really going to have to work, and that's the shoulders and the hindquarters. Okay. Okay, good boy. He goes, Mama? Okay, now the other thing that we're working on too is getting some energy in his body. He's got to start moving around. If we don't have forward movement, we're not going to get anything or any kind of movement. So now we're starting, you see him really starting to work his lips, and he's looking around, and so he's starting to kind of come awake here. Okay, much better. Now the head's really high, but right now I don't care. All I want to see is those feet moving backwards. Okay, now if he's high-headed in another couple of days, then you need to start focusing on getting that head down. Okay, I hear you. He said, "Dadgummit." Good boy. Yeah. Now, right then was his first time to really show some curiosity. Your horses that when you first meet them and they really want to sniff you and smell you, and that's curiosity. He had none of that. He was just like, I'm going to stand here and just stay here, and hopefully he's going to leave. So that's a good sign right there. It's good body language. Woo! Okay. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Okay, I know you've been doing this with him, but come on up here. And, oh, we got a little ant bed over here. Here you go. Okay, now,
Cool.
right there, next time, just go ahead and let him move.
Okay.
And this is, I'm going to explain why. That right there was kind of like a small reaction, and it was just his instinct saying, you know, you need to move your feet. It's that fear coming out. So when he does that, you know, I know that's the first thing everybody wants to do is just shut their horse down, but when he moves like that and we let him move, what we're doing is we're saying we understand you and we don't want to change you as a horse. You know, we just want to be your leader. But when he feels like he needs, now after we do this 3 or 4 times, he does that, yeah, we're going to shut him down. But the first time or two, just let him go ahead and kind of walk, because what's happened is his adrenaline's gone up, and we want him to bring it back down. Okay? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we're trying to work with his instincts. Now we're going to do some things that's against it, but if we can work every little chance that we can with his instincts, and it's going to help us build that trust and that relationship.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Just back him up right here.
Okay. So I'm just gonna do this.
Yep. Okay, a little bit harder.
Talk to him. Or,
Yes, just smooch at him. That's good right there. Release. Good. A smooch is really great communication. They really pick that up quick. And what it does, it's not saying, when we smooch, it's not saying, or cluck, it's not saying that we want you to back up or we want you to go forward. But what it does tell them is that we're fixing to ask them something. So then, you know, we get their attention.
I feel better, bud.
He says, woo!
Lighter.
He says, I needed that. Have you done like disengaging with him stuff? You haven't done any of that with him? No backup either?
No.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
Not like this.
Okay. That's fine. Okay.
When I ride him, I do get him to back up if he can't stand still.
Yeah. Okay, so,
Sorry, there's a lot of stickers out here.
boy, there he is, isn't there? Ouch. Ow, we're going to have to keep this off. I got to keep this off the ground.
Yeah, we sprayed and it didn't do a thing.
Okay, so when you're asking him to back up, let me back up a second.
Okay.
This is probably the most powerful thing that if you just remember this, by the time we get through, then you're gonna do just so much better, and everything's gonna be so much clearer for you. You're gonna understand your horse better. But there's three mindsets I want you to learn. And one mindset is focus. I want you to learn how to focus and what you need to focus on. The second thing is your language. I want your mindset to be, I'm going to talk to myself in a positive way. If my horse does something that's negative, then excuse me, if my horse does something that's negative, I'm going to look at it that, you know, in a positive way, that my horse done this because of a reason. So it's kind of like when he walked off right there, I explained that to you. You know, that was something we need to let him do. So, and then the third one is our body language. So our focus is, now I'm going to do some disengaging if I don't step in this stuff here. Okay, now we're going to disengage. And now my focus is, I need to be able to just look at his hindquarters, and with the energy from my body and my body language, that he's going to yield from me. Okay? Now, I'm not really, you know what a disengagement is? When they cross the hind legs. Okay? Our goal, our outcome is to get him to softly, not in a reaction or not in a hopper like move, scared move, but I want him to willingly want to cross that leg for me. Okay? Now, at the first, we may not get that. We may just get a yield like this because he's still uncertain about me, he's still a little cautious, and he may still want to stay in that defensive position. But if he yields to me first like that, I'm going to reward him, okay? Because at least he moved his hindquarters away, where horses are supposed to push into pressure. That's what protects them. That's what keeps them alive. So I'm going to stand up here. I want to stay in the front of these legs here. This is the safety position or safety zone, and I don't want to cross it. Okay, stop right there. Now what do you think about the first one?
It was pretty stiff.
I'm gonna have to give him a 3 and almost a 2.
Oh, okay.
Now, yes, you're right. He's still a little bit stiff, but that one was just kind of like this, and then he moved. But I don't know. I kind of liked it.
Okay.
Now the other ones were fast, and they were 4 or 5. But I kind of, I'm gonna give it to him because he was going downhill, and he was having to be quick going down that little. See, that's a hill to me. I'm from flatland country. That's a hill. Okay. Stop. What'd you think about that one? Yes.
Oh, it looked good.
Yes. And I'll tell you, Rhonda, I like that she doesn't just give her horse anything. I mean, it's going to be a 5 or 4, before. Even if I think it's a 3, she's going to give it a 4. I like that because you're actually seeing it. I mean, you can see it where a lot of people, they can't sometimes tell the difference, and they want to give their horse the best score. So, but I like how you're tough on him, and that way, boy, when you finally get like right there, that was one of the best ones right there. But when you finally, I can't wait till I talk to you here in the future and say, well, okay, what's your score on your hindquarter? You're gonna go a 1. I'm gonna go, wow, this horse is doing good. Okay, let's do the other side.
Okay.
Okay, back up just a tad. All right, hang on. Turn this hand like this.
Okay.
Okay. And then you got that one right. Okay. All right.
And
Yep. And you're on the left side. You right-handed?
yeah.
Okay.
It's really throwing me off.
Hey, I've been doing it 30 years. It's still hard for me to do.
There we go.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Come on.
Just keep doing it. Keep doing it. I'm getting out of her way. I might get hit. Just keep doing it. Okay. All right. Stop. Now, what got him going?
Me.
You bumped him, didn't
Yeah.
you? Okay. All right.
That she
All right.
did.
Now, I'm sorry. That scare you? Okay. Now, when a horse freezes like that, and he really wasn't froze. I mean, he just didn't know what to do because I looked at his body. His body was fairly soft. But what you want to do is just kind of let that feed out of your hand and let it tap him on the hindquarters. He said, I want that thumb.
He wants treats.
Yeah. So you tap him
Okay.
on the hindquarters, okay? All right. He said, I need a treat for doing this. Okay. All right. Let's stop right there. All right. So he blocked you. And we talked about this earlier, and you even told me, you know, he has trouble on that side, which about every horse we go to has trouble on that right side. And I just call it their weaker side. Other guys have other names for it. But you're going to find that 80-90% of your horses have a weak side. And what it is, it's just kind of like, you know, we have a good eye and a bad eye. And if I look at something, I'm going to look at it up close with that good eye. And it's the same thing with them. They have a good eye and a bad eye, okay? Now, what he's doing, he's blocking you, saying, hey, I don't want you over here, right? So what you need to do is you need to put your arm underneath here. Let me grab my lead rope here. Put your arm underneath here and just raise his head. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. Hey, it's all right. It's all right. Come on. Yeah. And then just step right in here. Okay? Now, that right there itself, I would want to go back and maybe do it another time. You're okay. Come in here and rub him. Come back over here. Rub him. Come back under here. And then do that again. There. Okay, here you go. Okay, turn this hand over. I want you to get in the habit of that because that's how I want you to hold your reins too. Okay. Just keep doing it. Just the same speed and same tap. There. Okay. All right. Now, that reaction of fear, he went forward. So this next time we should be aware of it now that he may go forward on us. So here you want to take just a little bit of slack about right there, and then so you can just kind of bump him here and say can't go forward. There you go. There. Okay, yield. Yeah, there you go. Now that was a fast one, wasn't it? Yeah. That was definitely a 5. But he yielded, and he's, you know, we have to look at each side as, you know, a different side. And that's the reason why we work each side individually. Okay, let's do it again. Oh, okay. Now, what would you rate that one?
I would give it a 3 because he's trying.
I agree. You know, I agree. And that's good. I'm glad that's good. You know, and really the step wasn't bad. It was pretty good. I mean, it wasn't like a whew, and I got to get it back. You know, I liked it. Yeah. Okay, let's do it again. Now, one other thing. When you're on your approach, I want you to slow your approach down a little bit.
Okay.
And I want you to walk up here instead of coming up here and then going shoo, shoo. I want you to walk up here and I want you to pet him first, and then I want you to get in position and ask first, and then do your lead rope. Okay. If you have to. You may not have to. Okay, just go with him. Go with him. There you go. There you go. There. Release. Good. It's looking good. Looking good. Okay, let's do this a couple more times. Okay. And just do it and when he yields, stop, come back and rub him, get back up here, do it again, and then we're gonna go something else.
Okay. Come on, Ocean. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Hang on just a second. Give him a little more slack right here. Okay. Maybe a little tad more. Okay.
Alright. Come on. Come on, Ouch. Come on,
A
bud.
little bit harder.
Come on.
Raise your right hand up. Get your right hand up a little bit. There you go. Or maybe you had it up. I didn't see it. There you go. Good. All right, rub him and do it one more time.
Come on. Come on, bud. Come on.
Okay. All right, good. Okay, I want you to work on your swinging that left hand
Okay.
because I don't want you hitting him here. Notice he went forward
Okay.
when you hit him here. We want to hit him here because that's telling him to yield that way.
Okay.
We don't want him yielding that way. But that's pretty good.
Okay.
You're going to practice this. I know you are. I know you are.
It's a challenge.
Yeah. And he's going to be doing fine. You're going to be so dang excited. I guarantee you. And when you get this down, I think already he's starting to lighten up because we've disengaged him on both sides quite a few times, and I think he's, we're getting some energy in him where he's more alert now, and so he won't. When a horse isn't trying to focus or pay attention, then they're going to be spooky. Every little movement, every little touch is going to spook them, and that's going to keep them tight. So, and now he's over here saying, okay, Arkansas, give me a treat. Okay, good. All right, let's just set him about right here. Okay. How old are you?
I'm 27.
27. How many horses have you owned?
3.
3?
Yeah.
Cool. And 1 mule. That's your husband's,
Oh, yeah,
but
4 if you could count that thing. I give him a hard time about Rooster.
about them long ears.
Yeah, I call him a donkey just to piss him off. But in reality, he's pretty smart.
Oh man, they give me a hard time too because I like mules and donkeys,